Men like Andrew Tate will literally make it to the point where I will stay single for the rest of my life based on everything that he believes. And if you don't believe that is true, then ask any woman that is over the age of 18 and are about the ages of 20 to 30. Hey guys, now today's video was a little bit aggravating to make, and that's because I am going to be reacting, or I already know about him, but I'm going to be kind of voicing my opinion about a man called Andrew Tate. Now, he has said a lot of controversial things, and the fact that guys, young men that are growing up and are going into the dating world, the fact that there's men out there who are listening to him kind of makes me scared, because all I know and all I've seen, like I've seen all his videos, and they all are the same, and they all are basically, he's saying that he is the one in charge. Now, there's nothing wrong with being in charge in the relationship, but the problem with him is he says he's in charge, and he basically wants the woman to do absolutely nothing but to follow him and listen to every word that he says. Now, I feel like any logical person, if they were told by somebody else, man or woman, I don't care if it's a man, if they were told by somebody else to basically listen to them and not say anything back, their automatic response would be like, no. And to me, it just sounds like all he really wants, all he really should have, is a doll. Because a doll cannot talk back. A doll will listen to him and not get tired of his voice. A doll will not fight back. And he says, there's one clip that I saw, and it was talking about if like the woman was doing OnlyFans, and if the guy is dating her, then she deserves a cut from what she's getting. And then whenever he was asked if the roles were reversed, so if the man was the one doing the OnlyFans and if she was dating him, he basically didn't answer the question. He just pretty much blew it off and went on talking about his points. So obviously it is a double standard with him. He doesn't think that women are on the same level. He wants them to basically do everything that he says and listen without asking questions. And like I said, the fact that people are listening to him and he can have these classes and people are paying him, especially young men, it's scary. And this is pretty much for any young man who happens to see this and who actually is listening to Andrew Tate. I'm telling you right now that women do not want that. Women have been fighting for years just to have the right to vote, just to have the right to actually do things that men pretty much already got to do. They got to be doctors, they got to have a house, they got to own property, they got to build a business, but women, like just getting jobs that were mainly men related for like years ago, like at first people didn't like it, and then women had to fight just for that. And then it's still, I think like nowadays women can still do pretty much any job. Like there's not any restrictions, but of course there's still some people who are like, I really don't want a woman doing that job. But if she can do everything that is required qualifications wise, then there should be no problem. I just don't understand why people still think that's okay, because we're in the 21st century. Times have changed, or I hope times are going to change permanently and they don't go back to how it was before. But times have changed. Women can do pretty much what they want to do. They can do everything that a man can do. And what I mean by that is they can do the same job as a man. Yes, they might have a harder time, but it's still, qualification-wise, it is possible. Just because you don't like it, if you're one of those boomers, or if you're one of those people who believes Andrew Tate's philosophy, newsflash is not everybody is thinking that way. Newsflash is there are women, and these women that Andrew Tate says like it or say they enjoy it, all he's doing is picking on the easiest women that you could possibly pick on, which is of course the 18-year-olds, which they don't know anything. They're too young. They're trying to just figure out what to do. They haven't been around long enough. They're just basically going after these men who are men, which usually are the alpha men that are supposed to be macho and strong and can't show emotion and all that. But if they're anything like Andrew Tate, they should stay away. Like, any women out there who are, of course, young women specifically, stay away from men who are like Andrew Tate, because all that's going to happen is they will control you and they will make your life living hell. And it's just sad that there's, I already said this, it's sad that there's men out there that are listening to this, because it makes me nervous just to think about dating and think about there's possibly men out there like that. Because if like all of a sudden all the men listened, I'd rather just stay single. I'd rather work on myself, work on building multiple streams of income, and just not have to deal with any men like this. And then what made me want to do this video is there's actually a video about him made from one of my favorite YouTubers. Daze Watches is the channel, but the person is Daze. And I will link his original video down below, because I think anybody who sees this video should also watch his video. Because the message I'm trying to get across is just beware of Andrew Tate if you're a woman. Of course, if you have common sense, you're not gonna like him. You won't listen to him. That's pretty much a given. But if you're a young woman, don't go for men like this. It may seem all nice in the beginning, like yes, he's making money, yes, he can provide you with this lifestyle, but in the end, it will come at a cost, and it may be your life, and I don't want it to be your life, because it shouldn't be your life. He needs a doll. He needs to join that doll community where all they do is just have dolls as their wives and girlfriends. You need to go join that community. So there are people out there, and you should just go to them. And then the final straw for me was the fact that after watching Daze's video, all the information that he shared, and he also shared that Andrew Tate moved to Romania. And I was thinking, okay, why would he move to Romania? Like, out of all the places, why there? So, in the video, he also says that Andrew Tate, in one of his, I don't know, podcasts or something, he said, and this was his own words, that in Romania, I can get away that corruption is legal in Romania, that it is easier to get away with stuff. Now, from that, he is basically saying that he would want to do stuff that is corrupted, and that basically he wants the place that he can get away with it. That he literally just told on himself. It's like saying that, oh, I did it, but not exactly saying I did it. Like, he literally just told himself out to everyone. And the fact that he should be arrested. And I hope after this video, if it gets enough views, and I hope that everybody shares it, I want the police to investigate him. I think they should investigate him and get him for as much as they can. Even if he is in Romania, I don't care. They should get him for as much as they can. And then there was a tweet that he sent out, I don't know how long ago this was, but Daz was able to find it. I guess he couldn't find like the original post. He didn't have it in the video, but he said that it said Andrew Tate said on the tweet that women who were raped should bear the responsibility of what happened. Now, nobody asked to be raped. The whole definition of that word is basically the person being condemned to sex without consent. Like, basically, it was against their will. That word is meaning having sex with the person against their will. It says it in the explanation. The fact that he said they should bear some responsibility when it was against their will. They didn't even want to do it. So why would you think that they should bear responsibility for something they didn't want to do? It's men like that I want to stay away with. Like, I feel like if a man believes that, they should just get, like, that person wants to say he should get tortured and know what it feels like. But of course, we can't do that to every person we hate, because then everything would be corrupted and there'd be no justice and there'd be no line. But it's just people like that I just want to punch in the face. Like, it makes me so mad, because it shouldn't, that doesn't make sense. Like, why? He's an evil person. And they also, I know people say that it's just an act, but Daze said he had women coming forward, and he actually had, I guess, the video of Andrew Tate beating up a woman with the belt. And of course, he couldn't show that because of YouTube, but I can hear in her voice, but that she, like, nobody wants to be beat. Like, she was honestly terrified. I can hear it in her voice, and it's sad that it happened. So I'm sending out this video, and I hope that a lot of people watch it. I hope that this gets out, and I am pushing this to basically expose Andrew Tate. Like, I want people to know more about this, like, not just his whole coaching. Like, I want people also to see this side. I want this to be on the web more, so that way he gets what he deserves. And if you guys want me to make a more in-depth detail about Andrew Tate, like actually looking into everything he has said and posts I could find, then I need this video to reach 10,000 likes, and I will make a more in-depth video. And like I said, go check out Daze's video down below that I will have linked in the description. That'll be all, and I will be coming out with another video soon.